Hey, hey, everybody. We're having a lot of technical difficulty, so this is going to be our second episode, which kind of blows because we were
Well,
on a
that's
roll there.
that's all right. After your feed cut off, I kind of did a little outro, so you should just be able to edit that, and it'll be all right.
I hope it gets your side. That I'm getting upset with Riverside. We use you because we hear you're primo dog, and now you're out here being mid. All right, and these are all old
Mid
school
or
terms.
less.
This is all old school terms. See, mid back in the day was talking about marijuana, and it was eh. Primo was that good. That's where these lingos for where I come from. And like also
Oh,
I miss I miss some of our lingo. I still bring it up, so like grimy. People don't use grimy anymore. Um I'm
I like
over this whole
slimy.
yeah. I'm more of a grimy guy. Ooh, that's grimy, dog.
I'm I'm more of a grimy guy. I bet you are.
You know, I'm gonna take all these personal insults and I'm gonna write them down. And then at the end of the year, I'm gonna be like, "This are the mean things that you say to me." This is how
Oh,
I when we go to dinner with our wives, I'm gonna say, "Do you know what your husband says to me on camera?" And just be like, "He calls me a fat cock, and he says I'm a
that's
dummy."
a fucking
But
compliment. Are you kidding me?
yeah, yeah, but he was
You
talking about like
you
me
big
as a
you big
person.
fat cock.
Yeah, we're talking
You
about me as
big
a person,
you big
not my
fat
penis.
throbbing veiny triumphant cock.
Well, I love all these descriptive words. Just pure American, just an
Yeah.
American cock running around.
I I see his cock and Fortunate Son starts playing in the background.
That's all the women are like, "What's it like?" Man, there's just a lot of American anthems popping up
Yeah.
every time he pulls it out. It's strange.
Every time.
I've never had
And
that.
I'm proud to be an
Yeah,
American.
yeah, just getting dick down. Um, but I don't know why any of this made me think about it. Maybe because maybe Samuel L. Jackson or
Cause,
Tom.
cause you're gay.
Yeah, maybe. But Skull Island with Samuel L. Jackson. Have you seen that? It's a
Was
King
that a
Kong
King? I
movie.
was gonna say, was that
Yeah,
a King Kong movie? I
it's
think
a
so.
really
Yeah.
good one
It
actually.
was
Besides the
well,
language.
it was. Wasn't that Jack Black?
No, Jack Black was in the not the original King Kong, but his was made in like 2000, like one or two,
Oh,
and it wasn't that spectacular, I don't think. But
fuck you.
Scott, you know what?
I really liked that one.
That explains a lot about you. But
I'm a,
this,
I'm a Jack Black man.
yeah. Well, I like Jack Black, and like I don't like Tenacious D because it's evil. School of Rock, great. Um, I see. And you know why I
The,
think he's an evil
the,
dude is because of the Santa Claus movie he just did, where it's Satan.
oh, yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, well, I refuse. But I mean, I love School of Rock. Kung Fu Panda is great. You
Kung
know,
Fu Panda's
you can't
great.
tell me anything about Kung Fu Panda.
That's probably his claim to fame, especially because that was kind of his. Well, I guess School of Rock was his kickoff into kids movies,
Oh,
but
Tenacious D was like huge. It's a cult
yeah,
classic. People love
I
that.
haven't seen it.
It's I watched when I was younger and I was like, why is this so devilish? Why is everything about the devil? And then he is Jewish. Um,
Hmm.
but here's a nice thing he does do. He's paid for this old lady's house or rent forever. Like he takes care of her, which is nice. Like I don't know
Yeah.
how he knows her, but he does. Um, he's not, but he's funny. I've seen him on stuff. He's a really good singer. Like he can sing like crazy. I don't
Yeah.
have it. You know, it's really
Um.
good.
When Mars Attacks. That's probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Is that the
That's
one where they're like
that
you can see their
their
brain? Yeah,
brain is out.
yeah.
Yeah. I guess. Well, we were talking about Jack Black. That he's in that movie. He plays a little part in that movie.
No, I didn't realize that. Dude, I haven't seen that
Yeah,
movie forever.
yeah, he's the main protagonist's brother. He's this jarhead that ends up getting
Oh
he
yeah,
ends up getting zapped by one of
yeah.
the aliens.
I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, I remember it now. You know what I have been watching is the Mummy series with Brendan Fraser. I refuse to
Yeah.
watch the one with Tom Cruise because forget
Oh,
Tom
I
Cruise.
again haven't seen that one either.
It's not worth it. But they're coming out the new Mummy movie with all the original
With
cast.
yeah, I had heard that one I'm looking forward to.
It comes out in like 2028 though.
Yeah, well, you know, you can't rush perfection.
I don't know. Brendan Fraser has always been a stud in my eyes, except when he plays a fat gay guy in The Whale or whatever
In the
it's
whale,
called. Yeah,
another one I haven't seen.
I haven't. I tried to watch it in the first part. He's like getting after it to gay porn. I'm
He's
like, okay, I'm
jerking
good.
off to gay
Yeah,
porn. Like,
I'm
all
good.
right.
It's like, yeah, dude, I'm good. I don't need to. It's not. Now, here's another one that I think you should watch, and it's short. It's only like 51 minutes long, but it's on Netflix, and it's called The Story, something, something of Henry Sugar. And when you watch it, I love the way it's done. The way they shoot it is really cool. Like they read the script to you, and it's like I said, he said, and then the
Yeah.
way they do like the backgrounds and the way it's really interesting. I
Hmm.
love cinema. I love movies. Mm,
What was the one? Is it Journey to the Center of the Earth?
don't come in my socks.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of a that's just kind of a like a Confucius say type deal.
Well, the way I see life,
I think it's Journey to the Center of the Earth.
yes, with Brendan Fraser,
Brennan
yes.
Fraser. What's the one with the rock? Is that also Journey to the Center of the Earth? There's one with the
Uh,
rock.
well, they do it, and then also Will Ferrell does it. They make like three of them.
No, that's different.
No, that's the same thing.
No.
Yes, it is. Look it up right now.
Okay.
You know, there is an old Confucius saying. It's like, you might have come in your socks, but you don't have to come in my socks.
You can pick your friend. You can pick your nose. You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
That's two totally different things. I was talking
I
about like
just
people having bad days. Like you might have come in your socks, but I don't have to have come in my socks. Like I don't have to have a bad day just because you are.
Journey to the Mysterious Island. That one was the rock.
Okay, now look up the one with Will Ferrell. And I'm telling you that they're both a land of the lost or whatever.
That's what it was. The Land of the Lost.
Yeah, I know, but I understand, but
Will Ferrell did not star in Journey to the Center of the Earth. He starred in a similar 2009 sci-fi adventure comedy called Land of the Lost.
that's what I wish you wouldn't do those hurtful things to me. I really
I
wish that
told
you
you.
would.
Here, you can rewind it. I said, no, that's different. You said, no, he starred in it. He starred in Journey to the Center of the Earth. I
They're
know
both
the movies that I know about.
they're all of them are about going to the center of the earth and finding some waxadaisical thing. The
Well,
premise is all there,
they found dinosaurs in the Journey to the Center of the Earth, and they found lizard people in the Land of the Lost.
which technically are kind of the same things, both reptiles. So
Your mom.
you don't speak ill of her. She is a saint. You don't speak ill of my mom. You know, I don't talk ill of your mother and her golfing. So
The other day, the other day there was my mom shits the bed, so um,
that's a weird fact to throw out there. My mom had bowel problems. You don't talk about that.
uh, the other day I was trucking. Somebody come on the radio and said, "You dumb son of a bitch," and I said, "You." I said he wasn't talking to me, obviously, because I'm not a dumb son of a bitch. Uh, I said, you leave my mother out of this. And he said, oh, I'm sorry. I took it too far. I said, yeah, your mama. And then we must have been going in opposite directions because he either didn't respond or I didn't hear him respond.
No, look, here's the thing. I'm a big Brendan Fraser fan. I think it was sucked when they kicked him out of Hollywood or stopped, let him be on stuff because he got fat and stuff. Um,
Well, that and he took a hiatus in the first place because the director or the producer of The Mummy like
mhm.
fucked him up. He got SA'd and like broke a couple ribs or something in a couple of stunts.
He's a
Like
bastard.
yeah, dude, he got dicked up and dicked down possibly.
Yeah. Well,
And because all that. So he took a hiatus because like that trilogy fucked him up.
it was such a good trilogy, though. I mean, it's such a good.
Yeah.
All of it's kind of worth it in the end as the viewer.
Oh, you
just
think
because of how well.
the essay and everything? He probably got his butthole fingered. It's like, oh yeah, the sexual assault is worth it if you're making good
I
shit.
mean, have you seen the movies? They're great movies.
Well, you know.
Oh, that's so funny. I mean, yeah, but I mean, who are you? You know, like who am I?
Yeah.
I don't know if he got. Maybe
Well,
he just.
who am I but just a couple of holes, you know? And a
Oh, I
mouth
mean,
that talks.
yeah. I mean, he made a killing. So
Yeah.
I wish sometimes you would just agree with me and not play my adversary. Like, I wish you'd expand on this more because, like, okay, is it wrong that he got essayed and beat up? I mean, okay, let's not say beat up. He got hurt because of stunts. The essay
Yeah.
part is wrong. The stunts, shut up. Tom Cruise
That's
hung from a
yeah.
plane. Like, he's done
Yeah, well, that
crazy
and
stuff.
was it the last Mission Impossible where he was jumping from a building and broke his ankle and still finished the movie with
And
a broke
still
ankle?
finished it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And still, like, the guy is just, like I said, look, I'm not a biggest Tom Cruise fan except for like in Jerry Maguire and a couple other stuff. And I've watched one Mission Impossible.
There's a movie that I saw on Netflix. I'm gonna look it up because I can't remember the title of it, but
Don't
it
color my
was really
socks
good.
too.
Yeah, stay out of my church.
Yeah. How come every time you walk in here,
Edge
I can
of
hear it? Go ahead.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a sci-fi movie, isn't it?
It's a sci-fi movie. Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. I it come out in 2014. I just watched it like a month ago or so, a couple months ago maybe. Uh, it was really damn good. I really enjoyed it.
I don't like sci-fi. The only sci-fi I like is like Signs
You know how I know you're
and
gay?
why?
Because you don't like sci-fi movies.
Hang on, wait. I like Signs and I like Independence Day, the original with that old guy and Will Smith.
The old
Where
guy and that black guy.
Yeah, well, and his wife, his fiance is a stripper in that. Well, he's gonna ask her to
Oh
marry her,
yeah.
yeah. But sci-fi just doesn't do it for me. I love in Signs when they're showing like the video that they got in Brazil of the alien, and it's like you just see this like gap between like these two bushes, and this alien just pops out. And
Yeah.
we went and saw that. My uncle had a theme or like this thing where we go see a scary movie and they take us camping and do scary stuff. And that year it was that happened and they lived across the street from a cornfield. So after the movie, we were all sitting at his house and we were having marshmallows and stuff. And we go walk around looking for fireflies. And like 30 people in alien masks, bro, just come out of the
Oh
cornfield
shit.
and scare the living out of us. And then the next year after that, we went and saw The Village, which is first of all, terrible
That's
ending
an odd
because
movie.
it's a very odd movie, but we go to add the what they did to us has nothing to do with the movie, but they took us to the cemetery that was out in the middle of nowhere, bro. And we're like 12, and it's my two cousins and I, and they gave us a video camera, and we went on these headstones and like asked questions and stuff, and nothing happened. So then we get to this one, and this is an infamous statue of this. They call it Bloody Mary because the way it's has its head. It's really hard for raindrops to get on it, but underneath they're like rust, so they call it Bloody Mary. And so
Mm.
they put instructions um on the statue and a mirror. And we're all standing there with the camera. And we saw the video of it, and it says, say Bloody Mary 3 times. So our Aunt Helena is in the tree line and she can hear us.
Mm-hmm.
And on the last Bloody Mary, dude, she screams the most blood curdling scream I've ever heard in my life. And all you see in the video and hear is us screaming and running. We run 100 yards. I wish it had been timed because it was world record times. We hurdled a tree, we hurdled tombstones, and my cousin ran into a tree and still got up. And you can barely tell I feel like I just ruined that whole story because you didn't pay attention. I feel like you weren't even in it in the moment. But anyways, the point of the matter, it was fun. That totally just took all my juice out, bro. With me
I'm
not.
sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I was looking up something that I was going to talk about, and feel free to ruin it
When I
because
was
I
when
just
When people talk to me in person and they're on their phone, I stop talking. Like,
Oh
I
well,
don't talk.
it's hard to see because I have it down below the camera.
No, but I can see your eyes not looking at me. I can see there's no eye contact, so
It's the connection. I'm keeping my eyes down because it makes me mad.
no. I feel like there's a lot of excuses running around here, and I just wish we could nab it down. But at the end of the day, they did this a lot where they took us to go see a couple scary movies, and then they went and did like
Yeah,
fun stuff with us. And we saw Signs, we saw The Village, and we saw another one, and that were all like. Signs is a good movie. Mel Gibson kills
yeah,
it. I could talk about Mel Gibson all the
yeah.
time, except for his racist
This-
rants. But
well, you get enough money, that kind of stuff just comes out of you. Um, but no, I remember seeing. I don't remember much about Signs. I think I've only seen it once or twice, but I was a kid when I saw it last, and it messed with me. So I don't think I ever saw it again.
it was
But
a good movie,
uh,
bro. It was good.
I bet. Yeah. Well, like I said, it fucked me up, so I don't really remember much of it. But no, I was looking up. There's a legend around these parts called Coffin Road.
Mhm. Ooh, I get into this.
Um,
Okay,
huh?
I could get. Okay, I can get to this. You go short for this.
Um, so I don't remember what you were talking about, but it made me think of this. Um, there was an old. Trying to think of if I can find the year. Anyway, there was a an orphanage
Hmm.
um over over in Paulding County. Um, and there was a fella, a local guy that just had a hatred of children, hated kids for whatever reason, hated kids. And he went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs one night and went and lit that orphanage on fire.
My
And
God, dude.
yeah, um and uh yeah, so he lit this orphanage on fire and then hung himself in a tree nearby. And the tree that he hung himself in is still there. And actually somebody the last time I was there, I was 16, 17. Like I just got my license. I think it was or maybe I hadn't got my license yet. It might have been like my 16th birthday or something that my friends took me out there. I haven't been back since. Um because like goofy shit happens and this is no joke. Um like if you're because it's a gravel road, they haven't paved it, or
Yeah,
15 years ago last time I was there. But
keep talking. I'm gonna use the restroom.
there's a plaque in place of where this orphanage was. And back then somebody had a noose made and hung it in Hangman's Tree so you could actually see the tree that the guy hung himself in. And but and to this happened to me. We were leaving Coffin Road, and it was kind of a. I mean, this is a stereotypical bullshit, but it was like raining, thunderstorming, lightning flashing. The car was dark. Um, I was I was in the back seat behind the driver's seat. My buddy, there was a car full of us, two in the front, two in the back, and one of my buddies was on beside me on the right side. I could see um the rear view mirror from where I was at. I could see the rear view mirror and it was pointed straight back just to the right of my head. I could see like my ear and then behind me through the rear view mirror. And I was looking over at my buddy talking to him and I look up in the rear view mirror, the lightning flashes and there's a head right here. And then I don't remember anything the rest of the way home. My buddy was telling me he thought he thought I was mad or something because the whole way home I was just kind of slumped over staring out the window. And he
Nah.
thought I was pissed. He thought I was pissed off about something. I was like, "No, dude, I don't know what the fuck happened. The lightning flashed. I saw a head beside my head, and then nothing, black, until we got back to my buddy's house, the buddy that was driving. Um, and when we got back to the house, um, oh no, that wasn't this time because it was raining. Another time, the time before that, we'd went and was like got it, like put the car in park, got out, was yelling shit,
Yeah.
just, hey, anybody out there, come fuck with us, blah 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 going on. Well, then we got driving down the road a little ways, and you can ask, like, people, this isn't just my story too, like, I've heard this same story from other people. They'll stop because it's a gravel road, it's dusty. They'll stop and just kind of look around, sightsee, whatever, get out of the car, go read the plaque, look at Hangman's Tree, whatever. They'll get back in their car and go. Well, when they get home, there'll be like little children's handprints on the trunk of the car or down the side of the car,
Hmm.
because in the dust from that gravel road, from that orphanage, all them kids. It's spooky. It's spooky shit.
We have a road here called Polk Road, and it's a gravel road too. And there's a railroad track that it runs into. And this newlywed couple, they were 19, were in a limo. No, he was driving her, and their car got hit by a train and killed them both. And
Damn.
so you go down there, and I've never seen anything personally there, but people have claimed they have. Now, my uncle had a house in Roanoke, this small little house, dude. And there was a mirror that came with the house that was been there. I don't know if it was in the wall, but at the bottom of the mirror, there was this like white little porcelain thing, and it was a boy in blue. Okay. And so my uncle, when he first lived there, I used to go there all the time. I was at my uncle's house a lot, a lot. And he goes, now look, there are some weird things that happen here. And we always thought he was just messing with us because he would play all kinds of pranks and do stuff. When he got old enough, he would go on dates. And so he'd be gone for, for a while. And first it was like, little noises and stuff like that. And we'd be like, oh, come on, boy blue. We would just joke around. Um, or blue
And then
boy,
one night you get a
blue boy.
ghostly finger in your butt.
Well, then the lights started to turn off, like lamps would just turn off. The TV would
Yeah.
just turn off. That would happen.
Hell yeah.
And there's three people that can confirm this. It was, well, four. It was my two step cousins and my cousin. And there were um, two like medium sized cookbooks and then a big one. And they were stacked on top of each other. And they're on the countertop. And we were like, "Oh, blue boy." We were just saying hateful things. And dude,
You're
I'm
my
not
boy,
lying.
Blue.
Yeah, not lying, dude. Those cookbooks went off the table, off the countertop. And my cousin ended up, she had a scratch down her back that she didn't know how to get to. Now, this is the creepy one. There's two creepy
Damn.
ones in this. My cousin Maddie, who was like really young, she had like little kids' toys, things that made noise and like had music and stuff. We're sitting in the living room and it's dark. And what we would do is we would play a fun game. This is, I know, I'll wait until after this to tell that story, to tell the game story. But we were playing a game, but it was quiet. We were taking a break. And all of a sudden you hear, "La, la, blah, blah, blah." And no, but those toys haven't been touched all day, all day.
Yeah.
Well, and then one time, and like the door would close, her bedroom door would close a lot. You'd be like laying in bed or laying down there on the couch trying to sleep, and you'd hear that door like whoosh, you hear it close, and we would be like, "Blue boy, stop!" Blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. Well, come to find out, that house was built in like the 30s, and the little girl was like 4, and she got herself hung up on something. She was like 4 or 5, and she got herself hung up on something in the closet and killed and died. And that's
Ooh, shit.
yeah. And so and then one time and my cousin was there, but he didn't really see what I saw. We were playing hide and seek in the dark. And we would just do all kinds of stuff in the dark. We never really scared of the dark. And I remember looking in her room, dude, and there were no lights in there. There were no like lights on the outside. There was curtains. The toys were all in the closet, and just sitting on her bed or by her bed were these two glowing things that I looked at, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like 14, and dude, I'm freaking out, and I was like, "We got to turn on the lights. There's something in here." Um, Now, as far this is gonna take a wild turn. As far as the game. So we started this game when we were like 13 where we played we would have pillow fights in the dark and it would get pretty intense. Now, fast forward and we're 17 and my uncle has a way bigger house where like the living room, the family room is all connected. And so what we would do is we would take a punching bag and we'd lay it in between both rooms. We put pillows and blankets over it and you take the pillow and you would push the pillow all the way down until it was hard and twist it. And we had like 4, 5, 6 people playing this um pillow fight in the dark thing. And dude, people would get hurt. Like we weren't just like, no, dude, we were like swinging for heads. So
Yeah.
my cousin got a brand new
Hell
lip
yeah.
piercing, like brand new lip piercing. It was like 3 or 4 days old.
Oh no.
And she goes, I want to play.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, let's play. And so we all play, dude, and I see him like this image. And after, if you close your eyes for like a minute in the dark, you can see pretty well. Okay. And
Yeah.
you can see in the dark pretty well. Well, dude, I saw this figure and they didn't see me, dude. And I mean, my pillow was hard. It was twisted. I mean, I went for everything I had, dude, and just smack the piss out of this person. Well, she falls down and screams. And then I jump and land on the other side of the punching bag and lay on the ground. And I'm like, and so I go, she goes, "Who hit me? Who hit me?" And her lips bloody, her lip ring is yanked out, it's torn out, and
Yeah. Oh
they
shit.
never figured out who hit
Yeah.
her. Never.
Ah.
Oh, dude, and we would play that game. We'd play
Well,
spoons
she's
all the
about to
time.
learn.
Yeah, well, she probably doesn't watch it. She doesn't care. She's not my cousin anymore. Um, she,
By marriage.
yeah, by marriage. But they would, dude, that game would get hardcore. We'd get teenage boys crying. We'd get our friends in there, dude. People would get hurt.
Damn.
And the best thing to do is you come down like this and you take out someone's knees and then you just, I mean, and the punching bag would
Yeah.
add kind of a thrill because people would
Yeah.
forget and they start running and they trip and you'd hear them. And so you just start going beating the living daylights out of them. Excuse me. But yeah, dude,
uh
we would do all kinds of stuff. Sorry. But
my my cousin, my first cousin, one of them, he uh he had cancer, and I don't know if I've talked about this before, but he had cancer and actually died in this house. um he was 17, I think. He's been gone a long time. Um Going on 10 years if it hadn't been 10 years already. 8 or 9 years at least. But anyway, back at me and you's old job years ago, I'd have to get up at 2 in the morning pretty regularly to make early morning appointments to go places.
yeah.
You jerking off right now?
No, no, I had to hold my breath. I was getting the hiccups. You caught me.
But so I'd be uh but so I'd so I'd be in the kitchen making breakfast at 2:30 in the morning. Um and all the time. I mean, of course, back then it was just we just had the two kids and they were real small, so we had like a bunch of noise making toys out
Yeah.
here in the where I'm at in the house, as you can see by my background. Um but so we had an Elmo book, a potty training Elmo book, and for whatever reason, like I'd be like I said, I'd be making breakfast at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and toys would just randomly go off,
Yeah.
and so I'd say his name, and say, "Hey, quit, chill out." The kids are you're gonna wake the dog up, dog's gonna bark, kids are gonna wake up, quit it. And then it would stop. Well, after a while, I was like, you know what? Let him play. If he wants to play, he can play. I don't give a shit. So I just let him go. And and uh there was one night I was up making breakfast, and like I said, we had this book, this potty trainer book, and it was just Elmo can use the potty, Elmo can use the potty, Elmo can use the potty. He just kept it was something. He was just pushing the button. Elmo can use the potty for like a minute and a half, and I was like, dude, pick a different toy. You got to pick a different toy. And that one quit making noise, and then almost immediately another one started making noise. And I told my aunt, and she was like, "Oh my God, that just filled my heart. I love that he's still there."
Yeah.
And cuz like it's never been anything, like none of us have got hurt in the middle of the night. Like we don't get scratches or anything, like nothing happens. The the lights always are fine. The cupboard doors don't get slammed shut. Like it's whatever. And actually that hasn't happened in a while, so he's probably moved on by now, but um like when Chelsea was little, my oldest daughter, when she was a baby, she would in her bedroom, uh trying to think. In her room was was his was his room? I think it was his room before they moved him into the living room on his hospital bed. And so when she was a baby, she would just stare up at the ceiling all the time and giggle and laugh and like move her hands and stuff and look all over.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, that's him. That's him. And after she got old enough, and could talk, I showed her a picture of him. I said, "You recognize him? You know him?" And she says, "Yeah, yeah, I've met him. That's Noah." And I was like, "Wow, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
insane."
That
Because
is nuts.
he, yeah, I mean, he hasn't been. I mean, she's 5, right? So
Yeah.
he'd been gone 3 or 4 years, before she was even born, and we don't really talk about him much. So, uh, I mean, I guess there's pictures of him at relatives' houses, but again, we don't really. He doesn't come up in conversation, you know.
Right. Right.
And so she's never. I don't think she's probably ever asked, and if she has, it's just been, oh yeah, that's so and so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy. Cause like, so my mom has this spiritual medium friend, I guess. And
Witchcraft.
she asked her about it. Yeah, she looked into her crystal ball or whatever the hell, and was like, "Yeah, I see that they've met." And like supposedly was giving my mom all these details that there was absolutely no way that she could have known because she hadn't been told. And
Mm-hmm.
she told my mom, I was like, "Yeah, yeah, they've met. He before before Chelsea's soul was put into her body, they met, and he told her that he would protect her and that he was going to be around for a little while to make sure that she was okay." And that's crazy to think about. When my mom told me that, I started bawling, crying,
Yeah.
and then my mom started crying, and it was a whole mess. But it was, yeah.
I
I don't know where else to go with that, but
I just read about a medium actually. I'm not gonna go into it because it'll be another whole like biblical conversation. But it's funny that you brought that up. I so no, I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to be rude. With aliens and ghosts, I feel the same thing, and I don't think that necessarily your friend was like your cousin was like a ghost, but like I think ghosts for the most part are spirits, but I don't think they're I think that not all of them, but I think a lot of them are demonic, not yours. And that's the same thing with mediums. I feel like a lot of these women either don't know what they're doing or they do and they take advantage of it. But like same thing with like generational curses. It's because like demons have no time. They have all the time in the world. And so they know what happened there
Right.
and there and they're your family and then they're feeding these mediums. But aliens, I think aliens are demonic. And I don't think they're from outer space. I think they're interdimensional species. Like there's different dimensions where humans can see in two dimensions, I think. And I don't know if there's like 11 or 17. Somebody's going to be mean to me in the comments, be like, you don't know what you're talking about. But um, I think it's a dimensional
Yeah, it's
thing.
we'll get another. These guys are fucking idiots. Comment.
Well, that guy made it when we were talking about like the protester and stuff that's happening in Europe because you have no idea. His name is like something
Yeah,
something house arrest. And I was like, all right, dude, well your name in itself is kind of
yeah,
like that says everything. You got a lot of time on
yeah.
your hands.
Like
So you're probably right.
what authority? Yeah, right. What
Yeah.
authority do you have to tell us to stop talking about to stop speaking with authority? Like we have any
Yeah.
kind of authority? We're just a couple of
I just
dipshits.
d- don't call us that. We're goobs. I'm not going to call myself a dipshit. We're intelligent. We can have intellectual conversations. But like same thing. I think aliens. That is what they are. I think they're demonic beings. I think that they are interdimensional. They can travel between dimensions. And same thing with like spirits. I think it's really hard because like people have like a connection. Like when you said that your aunt was happy about these things and you were, and like you're meeting. So like I'm not trying to offend anybody, but like that, things like that, it kind of I'm always someone that questions, bro. I am the most like skeptical person ever. Like, especially getting into like the religion I'm in, I'm not a skeptic of it, but I feel like there's no harm in asking questions. I wanted to have my beliefs because not because my mom and grandparents told me them, but because I know them. And I'm not saying you shouldn't listen to counsel because you should
Yeah,
listen to wise counsel, but I think you should find things out for yourself. And I'm big into that because it's like I don't want to be like, well, somebody told me this because somebody told them that because somebody told them that. I want to be like, I know this to be sure because I read it or I saw this or whatever. Um, but I love I think stories like that are cool. I'm big. I used to be really big into paranormal, not really like ghost hunting. Um, like I wasn't like do you remember what it wasn't Ghostbusters, it was like there was Ghost Hunters and there's like Ghost Adventures. It was on sci-fi. And it was a bald guy, he was a chubby bald
yeah.
guy. And
Well,
then
there was also I think there was Ghost Adventures on the Travel Channel too.
yeah,
I used
that
to
was
watch that one.
there was one on sci-fi that I used to watch when I was a kid, and I never really I don't know. When I see it on TV, I get really skeptical of everything. I get really like, I don't know. It's like I have to be there. Same thing with like Bigfoot. I don't and until you show me a freshly killed Bigfoot body, I am not in the now. Is there a likelihood that they exist?
Yeah.
Sure. There's tons of like the redwoods and all that. There's tons of forest that they could hide in. But it's like for hundreds of years.
Oh
or-
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
we just discovered a new tribe in was it South America?
Yeah,
I
and it's like
think
leave those
somewhere in
people
South America.
alone.
Just even like a year or two ago, I think it
Yeah.
was. We discovered an entirely new um uh uh non-contacted, like had
Yeah.
never seen another person tribe.
And I say
And
leave those people
that kind
alone,
of thing
bro.
blows my mind too.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, but that kind of stuff completely blows my mind. Like in the same time that me and you are sitting here talking on a damn webcam over the internet, these people are still fighting boar hogs with sticks,
Yeah, dude.
wearing
Yeah.
loincloths.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And think about like
That
what
blows that completely blows my mind.
yeah, well imagine being like that's the same thing as like being like Columbus or Leif Erikson or any of these people that came to the West and found
Yeah.
these people and like, oh my gosh, like we have muskets and stuff, and you guys are using, like you said,
Yeah.
sticks and bows and arrows. You're wearing like cloth
Yeah.
and what a loincloth or whatever, and we're over here fully dressed with
We
like,
have leather shoes.
are you eating
Yeah.
off the floor? Gross. Gross. We have plates, utensils.
Yeah,
Weird.
gross. We have
Like, yeah.
tables.
Yeah. And we have
We
diseases.
well, at that time, we use your people as tables.
Yeah. Yeah, come here. I need to eat. Let me bow down. Let me finish. This,
Yeah.
we need the most straight
I would
back.
like to
Who
rest
has
my feet, please.
yeah, who has the straightest back in the
Yep.
tribe? I need a good plate table. Um,
You know what would be even crazier
hmm.
than just seeing another person show up is if like if you're one of those non-contacted tribes and then all of a sudden like see a drone
That's
flying
actually
over with
funny
a
you bring
camera
that up because
watching you.
there was a video of a guy that is like when drones were really starting to get popular, and there was like, I don't know if it was in India or somewhere where these kids had not seen these things, and all of a sudden you just see a drone pop up, and these kids look
Yeah.
up, and the drone chases them, and they're running for their life, they're screaming. And it's one of the funniest things you'll ever see. But that's what I'm
Oh
saying.
man.
Like, imagine being those. Apocalypto does a good job.
Demons.
Another Mel Gibson movie. He made Apocalypto, and there's a scene where these the tribe sees these big boats off the coast, and imagine being like, "What is that?" Like it'd be like us seeing a UFO or something. Like,
Yeah.
what in the world is that? Our boats, these boats are eighteen
Yeah.
thousand times bigger than our canoes, and and you got people with guns and armor, and you're like, how are we supposed to? I mean, that that it interests me a lot because you to try to get into their mindset and that's what I'm saying, like, to us, it would be alien technology or a UFO, like, seeing something like that for the first time, being like, "Oh my gosh." We're not and I think that's another thing that people don't
Yeah.
talk about either is, like, if aliens were real, and I think that they are, but and they have this technology, like, what could we do? What can we do to defend ourselves? Like, if they could move at the speed of 13,000 times the speed of whatever we can do, and they maneuver, and the way they move is so much quicker and better than ours, then
Well, just think of that movie Cowboys versus Aliens.
yeah.
It was pure, unadulterated American grit that defeated those lizard aliens.
Well, and it'll be that again. And I
Because
think that's
all they had was revolvers and bows and arrows,
well, the going conspiracy theories is
and
that's
of
what's
course the fucking alien gun.
well, the only a going conspiracy theory is that there will be an alien invasion. It will unite the world because the human race will have to defeat these, and then it will be like a one world government, and that's what will bring this all together. And then that's how it kind of. I mean, there's a lot of ongoing theories about this, but
One world government. You suck my butthole.
yeah, and here's the thing about sucking buttholes. I'm just joking. But I don't know, dude.
They taste like pennies.
Yeah, it's a good copper taste. Little metallic.
Little
But
metallic.
yeah, a little metallic. But I mean, you know what? I know people are gonna get irritated, but Mel Gibson just knocks it out of the water, man. The guy, he gets me riled up to be an American. You make great movies. You don't care what you say. You make just kill. You know that he made like $400 million off The Passion alone. And like people didn't want
I
him to make
bet.
that
I
movie,
bet.
and I mean, crazy, crazy money. Um, I remember that movie came out, it was like if you were a little kid, which I was when it came out, like, "Oh, they can't see that, it's too graphic," and then you watch it as an adult, you're like, "Yeah, that is too no, go ahead, let it out." He muted his mic because his sneezes are so masculine that it would rupture
I,
everything, my head
I
would
didn't want to
explode.
blow out the listeners' eardrums.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, it would have popped live on camera, and then you would have just sat there and kept recording. I wouldn't even be
yeah.
able to do anything about it.
Yeah, and my ear would have been destroyed. So, you know, thank you for saving me
Yeah,
from
it'd have been
that
like a
wound.
shape charge. Blow,
Yeah. Skow.
yeah.
I showed my
Well, and
sons.
my this side of my nose just cleared. I'm dealing with some sinuses. This side of my
Okay.
nose just cleared, and it made me have to sneeze, and then all of a sudden it went away. So I didn't even get to sneeze. It was bullshit.
Well, what was I gonna say? Son of a gun. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, um,
Something about your son?
yeah, I showed my sons. Oh, I was talking to my cousin about. I was like, "Oh, this looks really cool. I'd like to try like a CQB class." And my sons were like, "What are CQB?" And I pulled up like this dope video of these like Green Berets or something doing CQB, and they're like, "That's really
Yeah,
cool." And I was like, "That is super cool." And uh, I just I think those things are neat.
I
I
would
I
also like to do some CQB. That'd be really fun, I think.
I feel like, and this is gonna. I feel like I have to lose some weight first because I'd be like the size of the door, so I'd have to really like calm it down and get like ripped, and then
Yeah, just
good.
breach the first room. Just
Yeah, yeah. I didn't hear any sounds. What happened? I was like, oh, I just deployed my stomach and it knocked the door off, and so that's what handled it. My just, I
I let
I
my
don't
girdle
know.
go and it fucking
Yeah, yeah. I let that girdle out, boy.
skadoosh the door open.
Yeah, no, I really like those classes, and what I'm getting into right now is I started watching The Pacific again. I don't know if you've seen that. If you haven't, watch it.
Mm-mm.
But it's like Band of Brothers, except for it's about the Marine Corps during World War II. And two guys that it's mainly based off these
Oh,
two
okay.
guys is Eugene Sledge and Robert Leckie, and they wrote books. Eugene Sledge wrote With the Old Breed, and then Robert Leckie wrote Helmet for My Pillow. And I've listened to their books on tape. I read one of the books, and I think it was Helmet for My Pillow. And then Eugene Sledge's son wrote a book and has gone on podcasts to talk about it. Bro, I've just gotten right back into World War II, and I took the
Mm-hmm.
longest hiatus because I used to be in it for a while. But some of the coolest things, and the Fat Electrician, I know that you listen to him. He just came out with another dope World
Yeah, I
War
like
II
that guy.
story. Um, I wish he didn't cuss as much, so my children could watch it. Oh, I thought about this. You and I should do an episode where
Oh
we
yeah.
don't curse or talk about dirty things so our children could listen to it. I'm being dead serious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my children are a little bit younger, so I wouldn't let them listen to it anyway. But
Well, when they get
I feel
older,
like I've done
goober.
better this episode and not cursing so much.
Yeah, no, it's all right. We talked about it is.
I did kind of consciously. I did kind of consciously like try to not curse so much after. Well, you said your grandpa got on you the other day about cursing so much. I was like, yeah, you know what? My grandpa would probably get on me too. I should probably calm down a little bit on that.
No, it's all right. But a couple people have. I'm like, dude, you know what? We're trying. Okay, we're
Mm,
trying. I can't. Well,
yeah.
my grandmother was like, "How are you out here putting stuff on about God, and then on the next video, you're saying horrendous things about people?" And I was like, you know, I know, but I was like, I'm trying, grandmother. I can't make this thing totally
Ta-
PG.
tangent plant.
Yeah, tangent plant.
Talk about
Um,
whatever. Start talking
yeah,
and see where it goes. Sometimes we start talking about Jesus and then it ends up talking about jerking off. It just you never
Jeez,
know.
okay, crazy, wild, wild statement just made there. But 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 yeah, man,
But
I'm
no, going back to the CQB thing.
yeah.
What?
No, I was saying yeah, like back to the CQB thing.
Oh, okay. So back to the CQB thing. I was looking up precision rifle training
Mhm.
because I've got my bolt gun that's good for 1,000 yards. The rifle's good for 1,000 yards, but I am very much not good for 1,000 yards. And there's a there's a couple of training courses. I can't remember where this one is, but it's basically they call it the School of 1,000 Yards. And that was weird. I just heard myself say that. Um, but I think that would be really cool to go do. It's out. The one of the ones I was looking at. Oh, this is in New Mexico. It's $1,400 for 3 days, and you need like 500 rounds of ammo, a good rifle, and all your like your dope card and your like if you have a weather meter, you can bring that, and obviously your rifle with a good scope that's good for the distance. But like I think that would be really fun to do.
Agreed.
Go out and actually learn how to shoot 1,000 yards like repeatably, because like I can hit the target at um I think the farthest I've been is 500 yards, but I hit the target uh 3 times out of 10, and I was pretty much guessing the entire time, just kind of I was holding a point where I thought it would go, and then every time I missed I would change it and just
Yeah.
to see where it hit, and then I finally
Kentucky
hit and I was like,
windage.
"Ooh shit, I'm gonna aim right there." And then but I didn't write. Yeah, well, but I didn't write anything down. I don't have a weather meter of any kind. Like, and it wasn't like an accuracy target either. It was just a steel silhouette that we painted orange so you could see it against the trees at 500 yards. But my buddy's got this little range camera that, um, it's the camera itself. You set it up by the target, like 5 yards away or something, so it doesn't catch any spalling. And then there's the receiver that you put back by where you're at. We ended up putting it on the top of our pickup truck. And then it connects to your phone or a tablet or something via Bluetooth. And
Hmm.
then you can watch the target through that camera on your tablet. You can like we were laying in the bed of his truck, obviously facing the target. So like my rifle's here, and I had the tablet right here to my left. Um, so that I can come off the scope and look at the screen, because it's got a delay to it, so you can hear it hit the target, and then you look at the screen, and then you see the target move, but it's not
Hmm.
quite clear enough to show you exactly where. You just see the target move,
Yeah.
and um, but it's still a handy tool. It's still a really handy tool, and I'm glad he got that. But I would really like to actually learn how to precision shoot
Yeah.
repeatably,
I would too. That
instead of
actually
just kind
sounds
of
like a
winging
fun
ammo down
class,
the
bro.
down the lane and hoping that I hit. Yeah, because I've got my 308, and I've got a 6.5 Creedmoor rifle that that are obviously both good for 1,000 yards. I just need to do better myself. The problem is too is I don't have like I have a lane down the road at my grandpa's house that is 400 yards that I can go shoot at regularly if I wanted to. Um, my zero is at 200 yards, and I can shoot a quarter at 200 yards. Um, pretty much all the way back to like 300-ish yards, I'm still pretty accurate. But once I get past like 400 yards, I'm still all right. I can get it on target. But past that, I don't know, something, the wires come unhooked or something,
Yeah.
because I am just all over the place past 400 yards. And
Can you
yeah,
still hear me?
I think it would be really cool to just, yeah,
Okay, cool.
there there is a delay
Yeah, it's a
for
hardcore
whatever
delay,
reason.
bro. Like hardcore.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hear it. The only thing I heard out of that was bro.
Damn.
I saw your
I
mouth moving. Didn't hear
I
anything.
can't stand this pod. I can't stand Riverside right now, bro.
Well, we're at about an hour, so we can probably cut this one off. The connection's getting shitty.
Yeah. Damn, man. I really wanted to keep going. But all right, everybody.
Yeah,
I
you
hope
have no
everyone has a
sound. I don't hear
yeah.
anything.
I hope everyone has a good night. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll be back next week. I'm sorry for the connection. We're gonna have to figure that out. But I hope that everyone has a great night.
There he went.
And it froze.
Hell
Man,
yeah.
how does it
Oh,
do
shoot.
that?
Well, if you didn't hear anything he said like I did, I didn't hear any of that. I just saw
Then